Alfredo homemade fettuccine noodles from yesterday that I hung to dry, as you know. So anyway, I had steamed broccoli, fresh broccoli, and I steamed it to where it's little on the tough side, you know, like kind of like Chinese takeout when you get it. You don't want to overkill your vegetables when you steam them. So I put it in a plate, as you can see, to let it rest. I don't add it. Hi everyone. I don't add it right away. So anyway, in here I just have maybe 3/4 of a stick of butter. And I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream. Hi everyone. You could use whatever you want on the heavy whipping cream. It doesn't matter what brand it is. So I try to get broccolini. Yeah, wasn't happening. I live in North Carolina, so I'm not like New Jersey. So I have 1 quart here. Okay, so I'm going to use probably half. The other half I'm going to save for Cool Whip or maybe ice cream. Yeah, I go a little more. So once you have the butter melted, add your, add a little more. And if you feel like you don't have enough, you can always add milk because you can make it thicker, you know. Let's see. So, you know, I told you, hi everybody. Kind of hard for me to read the chat, but I'm glad I'm teaching everyone. I really love you all. I appreciate all of you. So I've got a 1/2 cup of grated Parmigiano. You can use any grated cheese you want. Make sure it's Italian, you know. I have my frozen parsley. Love frozen. I love parsley. It's so good for you. So that's all I have for that. I'm going to warm up. And I've got my water boiling over here. So, remember those noodles that we made yesterday? That's my homemade noodles from yesterday. So my parsley, and I just take off the stems after it's grown. Gosh, I have so much parsley frozen. But just take off the stems and just leave the leaves. And always rinse your vegetables. And I put it in a salad bowl strainer, and you know how you spin it and get all the excess water off. And then I just stick it in a freezer bag and lock all the air out, you know. Keeps it fresh. Oh, thank you, everybody. So we're warming this up now. I've got it on high right now, but I will be lowering it. My faithful wooden spoon has been with me for a long time. I could sand it down, but before. Hi, everyone. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Bucky. Hi, everybody. So I'm sorry I'm running so late today. I had to do some haircuts for some friends of mine, and then my girlfriend had come over, and I trimmed her hair up. God, she needed me bad, but time gets away from you, you know. So anyway, long story short, she decided to go shopping with me, so we went to the store together, so that was fun. I don't get out much, I only like to do hair and stuff. But anyway, Alfredo is really, really good. So when you make this, let it boil a little bit. Don't walk away from it because it's just like milk. You can burn it. And you don't want to scorch it. Once you scorch it, it never be the same. You don't have to add any garlic or anything like that. Real simple. Butter, parsley. You can add salt and white pepper, but it doesn't matter to me. White pepper, black pepper, who cares? I'm not going to be picky, so grab a little salt. You can add a little salt. Not too much on that. A little pepper, who cares? Who cares if it's black or white? It doesn't matter. And then you're going to warm this until you get so the cheese actually makes it thicker. My daughter would go overboard and add a little too much cheese, but it always came out great. And so you're warming this up to marinate the flavors together. You can steam any vegetable you want. You can have grilled shrimp with this and just put it on the side like I did. So have it ready. You know what I mean? And you can put anything you want in this. It's your meal. Hi, Scooter. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So on the water over here that I'm boiling, I've got just... So Italians tend to use a lot of salt when they boil their pasta. You wouldn't believe the difference. You don't want to, like sea salt like the ocean, but enough salt in there to really pop that flavor of that pasta. But again, as you know, I hung this on my hangers yesterday, remember, on my board. Hi from Phoenix. Hi, everybody. So anyway, I'm letting that come to a boil, and then I'll be putting my noodles in. And from there, I'm going to grab them with this, and then I'm going to move it to my my strainer over here to my left. Hi from California. Hi, everybody. So listen to this. I got to tell you a story. It's crazy. So I don't see my girlfriend much because she's a postal carrier. She's such an angel. Pure Italian. I've known her 30 years. And she moved here from Connecticut. And so I get, she comes over, I trim her hair, blah, blah, blah. So we go to the store and she goes, I got to tell you something. And I'm like, what? And she said, do you know one of my coworkers loves your show? And she said when you didn't do an episode for 2 years, she was beside herself. And she freaked out when she knew that I knew you. And I'm like, get out of here. So anyway, so she's so in love with the show, and I'm so excited that she does. And she said to my friend, do you have any idea how much she's taught me? And I got to be honest with you, the beam of smile that I had on my face was well worth it. It was just so well worth it, you know what I mean? And I'm flattered, and I'm glad, because I'm here to help young women like my daughter and my grandchildren that I wanted to always help. But I don't have that privilege anymore, thanks to Satan. God forgive me. But anyway, so I'm teaching you. Thank you so much. So there's two things I could do. If I feel like this is not enough zoogie, I can add milk. So let's do that. Teach you some more tricks. So I didn't want to cook all my broccoli because I wanted to save half my head of broccoli for broccoli cheddar soup tomorrow. So I'm going to add about maybe a cup of milk and let that cook a little longer. I'm going to get my cornstarch out and get it ready to make this a little thicker when it all heats up. Thank you, Carolyn and everybody for watching my channel. Love you guys. Aww. Aww. Well, it's funny. My mom had a CB set because my dad was a police officer, and when he retired from the military, and they had a CB set, and everybody called my mom Mama San. And I'm talking people from all over. At that time, back in the 70s, that was like crazy. That you had like 100 people calling your mom Mama San, which is pretty neat. So anyway, I could feel the bottom getting a little... The first thing I want to do is lower that heat a little bit. So now I have it on 6 instead of high. So I'm going to get some cornstarch ready. I have 2 mouthfuls of water in here. Can you see it? Not a lot. It's filtered water. Now I'm going to use a tablespoon of cornstarch. 1 heaping. Don't be shy. And mix it. Mix it right away. And set it aside until you're ready. Mix it good. Okay? Simple. You can add flour. You can. But it always gets chunky to me and drives me nuts. From Chile? No way. Oh my goodness. Well, hello. I'm excited. God bless you too, everyone. God bless you too. So I'm going to lower this one more time because it's starting to bubble and I don't want that. I don't want to burn my cream. So, watch this. Do you see? That's my cheese. Those chunks are my cheese. Somebody's going to get a good bite with that one. So anyway, do you see it's a little liquidy? I want it a little thicker. So I'm going to add a little bit at a time. So I'll add half of that and I'll wait. You want to give it a chance to get thicker. See, it's getting thicker right away. So when that happens and you're like, oh my God, it's too thick, what do? Add a little more milk. Add a little more creamer. But I'm going to mix this until I feel it's the exact what I want here. So let's see. You see it getting thicker? Again, don't panic, girls. Take it off the heat. That's the first thing you do. And add a little milk. And then use your little whisk thing here and just be careful you don't splash yourself. So this is a perfect how I want mine. Okay? Do you see that? That's how I want mine. So I'm going to set that aside. Shut my heat down. I don't want to add my broccoli yet. This is the set that I had bought my daughter many years ago in Macy's. So now I'm going to turn that back up and we're going to move this over so you can see what I'm doing. It's almost ready. So remember, good food, take your time. You know, take your time. See the water boiling? Take your time when you make homemade food, especially when you go through all the trouble making it homemade noodles. Take your time. And don't be afraid to ask your family for help. Say, hey, look, I don't mind cooking for you, but I want a little help. So when I start adding my noodles that I made yesterday, I'm going to do a batch at a time. And the reason I'm going to do that, if I throw it all in at once, it's just going to be one blob, and I don't want to do that. You can tell they're still soft. See it? They didn't dry out all the way. Give that a quick mix because you don't want them sticking together. I have a little olive oil in here and salt. This one doesn't want to let go of the side. Do you see that? Don't cook me, don't cook me. So fettuccine noodles are long and delicious. So remember on the machine, when you crank it, you want to do at least the level 6. That should be enough. God bless everyone too. Yes, thank you everyone for coming in. I appreciate it. So when you're cooking homemade pasta, it doesn't take 12 minutes. It will take less than that, but it depends on the thickness. So let's see. So if I roll it to a 6, which is really thin, it won't take that long, but you're going to cook this just the way you cook any pasta. Take one out, give it a bite, and see what kind of texture it is. So when you make homemade noodles, the flour usually makes a lot of, the water thicker from all the starch. But when I'm boiling homemade noodles or raviolis or anything with pasta, sometimes I'll have another bucket or pot ready with boiling water ready to do the next batch, because sometimes it gets too thick and the water gets kind of foamy like, and it just really doesn't cook the way you want it to. So don't be afraid to have another bowl ready to start a new batch, of fresh water. That's something that took many years to learn. So pasta, I'm used to 6 eggs. I'm used to 6 eggs, and start off with 3 cups of flour. If I need more egg, I add egg. I don't add any water. I add some olive oil and some salt. You can add beet juice if you want to make beet pasta. You can add, grind down your spinach and make spinach pasta. That's really good. But you're so welcome, everybody. So I set out to teach everyone, like I said, to have quality food. I remember when when that stupid virus that was going out there in COVID, and I remember McDonald's being so packed. It went for blocks and blocks and blocks, and I think it was the only fast food place open, and I'm like, God almighty, I mean, that's $40, $60. I can make 3-5 meals out of that. That's insane to me. And you don't know who's touched it, I mean, God knows. When you make it for, at home, no matter what you're making, it's homemade. I don't care if it's like mac and cheese or hamburger helper. You made it, and it's a home cooked meal. Doesn't matter. So don't overcook your vegetables when you steam them. Always take your fork. Always take your fork and feel it. I wanted a little, because this is fresh broccoli. Looked like it had a bad hair day, doesn't it? But anyway, you can see. And you could always stick that in the microwave to warm it up if you want. My husband doesn't like broccoli. He's a hot mess. But anyway, my son and I do, and my daughter. So you can tell the pasta's starting to look really nice. So we're going to take one out. I could sling it to the wall and see if it's done. Just kidding. We used to do that when we were kids. Oop, lost it. I'm in no rush. So I'm going to take this to the side. I'm going to use my fork. My God. Girls, gentlemen, it's done. Delish. So I'll move this over to here. And then I'm going to use this water for my next batch of pasta that I have.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, of course. And I want to promise from all of you girls, don't cry. Stop and rethink and redo. Okay? You'll get it, I promise. So my brother, God bless his soul, my daughter's named after both my brothers, my mother, my sister, and myself. That's how I came up with her name. And it's funny, I see a lot of people using her name as their own, and it kind of cracks me up, to be honest with you. I don't understand it, but hey, whatever. I thought it was a special name for my daughter. And then you get some people say, oh, that wasn't her name, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to think. Knock yourself out. Sorry, that's how I feel. All right, I want to grab this one noodle. It's giving me a fit. All right. So, while that's still cooking, I'm going to put the rest of these noodles in. Okay, that's it. Remember, give it a quick spin. And please remember, girls, please remember that if the water gets too thick from your flour, always have one prepped and ready to do another batch. Because like I said, all the flour makes it really, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, thank you, Frankie, starchy. So I had one lady who said that that she's used to rolling it out with a rolling pin. I hear you. That's how I learned. But I'm just teaching you guys.
Well, why do it the hard way if you don't have to?
Yeah, right, Frankie? So, I'm going to get myself a little bit of Alfredo over here. So this Alfredo, to me, is absolutely delicious. And you can't beat homemade. You just can't. So heavy whipping cream is what, girls? $4 or $5? And you made homemade pasta for what? $2, if that? If that? So how much is this meal if you really think about it? $5, and I could feed probably about good 5 healthy people. Right? You know, grown-ups. What do you think? Then you could take your broccoli, you could add it to it on the side, and if they don't want it, they don't have to eat it, you know what I mean? But I know my husband doesn't like broccoli. Okay, guys? So I hope I've helped and showed you how to make homemade Alfredo. This is a recipe I had taught my daughter and my son. And you can add like pepper flakes to it if you want a little kick to it. Thank you so much. So you can serve as you go. So I don't want my pasta to start sticking. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a little olive oil to that. Just a little bit. I'm gonna give it a quick mix or a toss. So remember, that's a number 6. So I could add that to a pan fry right now, like a pan with some butter in it. Add some breadcrumbs and make some what do you call it? Buttered noodles with breadcrumbs. That's a nice side dish. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I want to be on the safe side. I don't want to wind up with a big clump of pasta. That's homemade, guys. What do you think? Okay? So I hope I taught you something. I hope I helped. And I hope I fed your family for less than $5 for this beautiful meal. Okay? I shut that fan off. It was driving me crazy. But anyway, thank you so much. I wish you were here to taste it. Absolutely amazing. Keeping an eye on my noodles here. I shut the fan off so I could hear you better. So they almost look like they're done already. So there's a lot of dishes that I know that I haven't done yet. But, you know, with depression, it's hard to explain, but you just got to go with what you feel. And when I do write my recipe cookbook or whatever I'm going to do, or finish the one that I already made my daughter and my son, who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? I'm going to check this again. So I'm going to take one noodle out. I'm going to give it a test. It was hot, hot, hot. Delicious. It's done. So, sky's the limit with this homemade pasta. I could do anything with it. I could add my spaghetti sauce with it tomorrow. If I leave it just in olive oil, like I did to the leftover here, like I showed you. I can have it in soup. I'm not gonna add it to my broccoli soup tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, the prayers. You have no idea. I thank God every day for the people who have reached out to me in a positive way and to bless them abundantly. So I hope it's helping you. Thank you again for everything. Thank you for the prayers. Please pray for everybody that are victims. I wanted to do a video one day about talking to other people that are in my shoes that had lost their child to murder and or their grandchildren, or God forbid, you know, whatever. I want to be there for them. I want to hold their head high. I want to help them in any way I can. It just, I had to get better myself first. So what do you guys think? Good? Yes, God is always with all of us. He will not forsake you. You just have to trust him. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate that. You just have to trust him. You have to trust your creator. Please. So let me show you what I do. I have to mix it in a bigger bowl, so give me a second. I'll show you. So I can take that, and I I don't want to add all of my pasta to the Alfredo I made because I think I'm going to save some for buttered noodles tomorrow. You see, I told you how it sticks a little bit. So you can always go back and get more pasta if you wanted to. Don't go crazy. Good to the last drop, right? There we go. And just add this to your pot. You don't need a big, huge bowl. Sorry, I'm in the view of you seeing. Just give it a good toss. It seems like a lot of zucchini to the pasta, but let me tell you something. Anybody who knows noodles, it sucks the life out of it. So it might be real zucchini now, but it won't be later. So to fix that, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. To fix that, like say tomorrow I have it in a container and I'm like, let me have some Alfredo. Get a little bit of milk, maybe a tablespoon or two, and then add that to your bowl. And it will help you kind of like get it moist again. But you're not gonna let this go. This is homemade. I mean, that's a meal right there, right? Enjoy, everyone. I hope I helped you. Again, you can have any side you want. I love grilled shrimp. And you don't want to overcook that either. You can have steamed vegetables of your choice. This is your meal. Make it however you want it. So my daughter would add more grated cheese. But I add the grated cheese when I put it on the plate. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Truly, God bless you all. Again, I hope I've helped. And thank you for the donation. That's so sweet. Appreciate that. God bless you all. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope I'm an inspiration. Thank you so much. Carolyn and the Ramblers, thank you for watching my channel. God bless you guys. I love you so much. And I love you all too. And God bless everyone. And be happy. Do what you can in this life to make yourself happy. And do what's right with God. That's all. You'll be good. Much love to you guys. Love you too. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you too. So maybe tomorrow I had a color to do, but her daughter wound up having the flu, so I'm probably gonna maybe I'll make some donuts. Everybody likes when I fry everything, so I'm gonna fry some more tomorrow. Make some donuts for you, the twisty kind with the sugar on it. It's so good, so good. But anyway, thank you so much. Ragamuffins, thank you so much. It's so sweet. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, donuts. Yum. When I make those, the ones I'm telling you about, I have to keep Frank out of the kitchen, for God's sakes. Yeah, it's crazy. But again, thank you so much. Here's your Alfredo. Enjoy it. Your homemade pasta. Add a little olive oil to keep them from sticking. And you're good. Thank you again, everyone. Thanks for helping on my channel, Ramblers. I love you. Love you, Carolyn. Love you, everyone. And thank you so much. And God bless. Be kind to everyone. Thank you. Bye.